Hello, Goddess. Welcome back. This is Andrea with You Are Mind, Body, Soul. And in this space, this temple space, I guide goddesses to bridge the mind, body, and soul through psychosomatic education, consciousness reconditioning, as well as alchemy and energetics. Come on in. It feels so good to be back. I'm happy to be here to have a quick chat with you about how to reverse your aging using goddess behavior. Before I get started into this video, I want to remind you to please like this video so that the algorithm can do its magical, mysterious thing. Please share this video so that other goddesses such as yourself can receive these messages. And please remember to subscribe, turn on that notification bell so that you can receive information when I upload these videos every Monday. And thank you so much to my new subscribers. Welcome to the tribe. So let's go ahead and get into it. I want to talk about some goddess behavior today. What is goddess behavior? Goddess behavior, well, let's talk about what the goddess is first. So, goddess energy is when you are moving through your life through higher perceptions of being. So, your higher self is involved in the decisions that you make in life. And this also includes your masculine and feminine aspects. And I would even go as far as saying that you are also bringing your inner child along, okay? Because the inner child is so innocent, and the inner child, using activated, healthy inner child to support you and to guide you is one of the most beautiful things that you can do to open up your path, and it will make you live forever. Okay. So goddess energy is divine. It is a harmonious balance between your masculine and your feminine, and it is the untethered energy of your youthfulness, your inner child. Okay, so this is what I mean by goddess behavior. And the reason I'm creating this video is because people are constantly telling me how I look like I'm in my 20s. I'm surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of young women who are born in like Generation Z and Generation X. I'm a millennial, so I'm 36 this year, and a lot of people think that I'm in my mid to late 20s. And of course I feel good about this, but then sometimes it feels strange because now I'm closer to my 40s than I am to my 20s, and to still look like I'm in my 20s and to constantly people think that I'm in my 20s, like it's just getting kind of strange for me. So I have to do things like put on makeup to make myself look my age. And that's fine. I know that I will always have this youthful energy. But I was just thinking about how can I create a video to just share what are some of my goddess behavior anti-aging hacks, and also working in the health and wellness industry. I'm just all about biohacking, reversing your age. And if you're really, really dedicated to this work, I want you to check out the 14-day Mind, Body, Soul Reset course, because I have been using the principles in that course nutritionally, conceptually. We talk about a lot of masculine, feminine paradigm things in that course. I've been using it since 2012. And I do believe that that is a great part of the reason why I'm able to continue to have like this youthful expression, this youthful energy, and also continue to look young even as I'm approaching my 40s. Okay. So, yeah, so I had this dawn of realization the other day when I was filming one of these videos, that one of the things, number one, we can put this as number one, that has caused me to age slowly is my dedication to my spiritual journey. Okay. And my spiritual journey has taken me into spaces where I have great intimacy with myself on multiple levels. And I have really practiced self discovery to the point where I have made it my number one priority. And I have actually, sacrificed things like celibacy and really just personally focus on that expansion so that no matter what relationship I'm in, I can be, number one, authentic to myself, but also be a vibrant expression of God's love in that relationship and in that situation. And because I don't carry things with me, people's energies, people's perceptions, judgments of me, this keeps me light because I'm dedicated to my spiritual experience and understanding what I need from a soul level. This is goddess behavior, and it takes a lot of inner work and a lot of dedication. So I realized that because I chose the unbeaten path, I could have gone down the traditional path of going to pre-med school, or I could have taken like a traditional work life and just done a 9 to 5 job, and it would have sucked the life out of me. I think I did that one time for like a year and a half after my pre-med years. I did it for like a year and a half and then again for like a year, and it sucked the life out of me. Okay. And I just realized, like, hey, I can't live this life because it's aging me. There have been some relationships that I've been in where it aged me. Okay. And I want you to know that being in the relationship with the wrong person will age you, especially as a woman. When you get into a relationship with a man that is not your husband, that is not your provider and not your protector, it will age you quickly. Okay. Because there are just certain things that we naturally give and pour out of ourselves that sustains masculine energy. And so being in the relationship with the wrong person will age you. So goddess behavior is also holding out for the right one and not just giving yourself away, pouring out of your cup indiscriminately. Okay. So let's see. Presently, and I have my notes here. Presently, and I've just been so cold, so that's why I have this little shawl on. I'm like, I want to be comfortable today. So presently, I think that one of the goddess behaviors that I'm partaking in that is helping to slow down my aging is this deep meditative process that I'm going through. And I outlined some of these meditations and some of these processes in my recent course, Vibrational Voodoo, which you can check out on yambs.co. That's my website. And then I also encourage you to apply for one-on-one coaching with me, as I do have some discounts in for Mother's Day. So you can apply for a free exploration call, and then if we're a fit, you get that Mother's Day discount on the coaching packages that I offer. But my meditations and this whole process of heart and mind space alignment that I've been going through, deepening and through by the creation of this vibrational voodoo course, and the things that I'm sharing and deeply exploring and practicing through this process with you all in that academy, in the academy, is also slowing down my aging process, because from a heart space level, it is creating more flexibility in my heart space. So I feel that there is an expansion in my ability to enjoy pleasure in my body and to have appreciation for the abundance that comes to my life in different forms. So your ability to experience and feel the sensational, sensual capabilities that you have, and your ability to really feel and find pleasure in life is going to decrease your age. It is going to slow down your aging process, because now you are more sensuous. You feel this big Taurus energy. I don't know. I'm just been feeling like this Empress Taurus energy that's coming up. I think we're at the end of Aries season, which, trust me, I turned up for Aries season as well. Shout out to my Aries and my Taurus. But I'm feeling this Taurus energy coming in. It's just so sensuous. Okay. So the more sensuous that you can feel in your body, and the more experience that you can have on your own volition without having to be stimulated by um, external sources, when you can just find that pleasure in your body, whether it be through meditation, dance, moving, creating, but just being there present with something, it's going to slow down your aging process. And this is something that I discovered as I really started to become dedicated to dance and to movement. And I just realized that there was just this flexibility of joy in my body and in my heart and in my ability to move my body without judgment and without care, and to find amazement and awe and wonderment with things that I could not even accomplish, but the things that I could see that just open me and just make me yearn for that moment. It's like sometimes I watch videos of myself, or like old videos of myself, and even more recently of me just dancing and moving on the pole, and I'm just in like such awe. And then just like my body just gets so activated because I'm watching myself and the carefree movement and the fluidity of the movement, because I can look and I can see that I am totally out of my mind and I'm totally in my body in that present moment. And I feel like just intuitively that has created this youthful energy about me. Okay. um and I had a thought, but I lost it. I was going to say something else. So I want you to tell me, how often do you feel like juiciness in your body? How often do you feel capable of letting your body and letting your heart be your inspiration for creativity, creative action, and movement, and really just let the ego move itself to the side so that you can just be a pure source of that goddess expression? I have this quote that I saw that I read the other day, and I really like this quote, so I wrote it down. It says, "Without putting the ego on pause, the soul's magic cannot happen." So it's very important. Check out that heart brain alignment video that I recently created. It's very important that we allow the ego to take a rest, understand what the ego is, move it to the side so that your heart can really sing and you can have these expansive experiences, which is what May is all about, baby. Okay, we are here for this. Okay. Another thing that I realized is there's such a thing called soul blueprinting. So when I was studying yogic philosophy and I was looking into different bioenergetic concepts, I learned something that's called the causal body. So we have multiple different bodies, but the one body that I'm specifically talking about today is actually the causal body. You can look it up, Causal, causal body. So the causal body is like the seed essence, the seed body, the blueprint for our physical body and our energetic bodies. So what does that mean? If you think about a seed, like an acorn, okay, inside of that seed that is bundled up inside of that protective layer is the information that it needs to grow and to expand into being the full expression of the tree, which then bears fruit. Okay. And our causal body is that seed form of our existence that takes the information from previous lifetimes. I'm big on lifetime work, past life work on this channel, full transparency. Okay. It is that seeding energy that we carry from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And I can tell you that this is a fact from my personal experience, and then you can also just do your own research and read into yogic philosophy, bioenergetic philosophy. So what it does is we carry this information from previous lifetimes. And one of the things that I truly believe, full transparency, that has slowed down my aging is the awareness and the cleansing and the alignment of my causal body. So when I started to go into past life regressions, I used to I've like been regressed, and then I learned how to go through that regression process myself, which is a form of self-hypnosis, and I start to teach that in that course that I launched recently. I found that there were certain wounds that I was carrying from previous lifetimes, and it came to this lifetime, which I now know, I didn't know at the time. I now know that they were seeded and carried into this life and showed up in my body because of the causal body, and the causal body being a blueprint for your body every time you incarnate. So, for example, my heart space work that I had to work through, and the feeling of depression, and I had like this empty pit in my heart. I discovered it one day in one regression that I went through, and I found that I was suffering from that same ailment. We'll call it an ailment, an ailment in this lifetime. And so I started to work to heal that. And so, because of my awareness and this deep inner work and this deep healing that I started to do on my previous life's wounds, I feel like that healed, and it basically polished up my frequency for this lifetime. So, it brings me to this really strange place in life, but also this really juicy, beautiful paradigm where I realized that my inner child and my ancient self, it's like the more vibrant I become and the more childlike and youthful I like to approach life and see life from, with this experience of curiosity and wonderment for the things that I haven't quite experienced, or the things that I desire to experience, or the new things that surprise me and stir up excitement in my body and in my consciousness. Like, I'll find like different concepts where I'm like, oh my God, I did not know that. And, I've been doing a lot of research lately, and it just makes me feel like a kid, because I'm like, oh, this is really exciting. So between that youthful, curious energy, it's like when I travel and I go to a new place, and I see something that I had never seen before, or a terrain or an experience, like when I went mountain climbing in the snow in Mount Shasta in December. You check out that meditation, Mount Shasta meditation. It's a great meditation, and it's just one of the most pure places on the earth, the root chakra of the planet. Um, it was like that. It was like this childlike amazement that I had in my energy. Okay. Between that and the ancient perspective of who I am, and just having this infinite wisdom that I either, convert knowledge from all of these books and all of these years of study into wisdom, which is the practice of utilizing knowledge for a higher purpose. um I just feel so juicy, full, and vibrant. So it's like this funny experience of having like this youthful curiosity and having this youthful experience, but actually being like a really ancient being and having these past life awarenesses and information. There is something that not only makes me feel young and look young, but I also feel timeless. Like, I feel like there is always a sense of infinite possibility for me. And it is because I am not just perceptually tied down and glued to what I can see in front of me and in front of my reality, which would include what is being perpetrated by the media and what is being said or expressed by people that are not walking the same path in which I want to walk. So, one of the goddess behavior hacks to create longevity in your life is to not allow yourself to be influenced by people that are not walking the same path as you. So, if you have a gift, you have a dream, you have a hope that you want to come to fruition, you want to sharpen this gift or this skill, this creative goddess expression, and you go to someone that has no idea what that gift or what that expression feels like in their body, and you ask them for advice, you are allowing them to influence your vibration. And unbeknownst to you, their vibration is totally irrelevant, because they are not walking the path that you are walking. They are not seeking the life outcome that you are seeking. So you have to be careful who you allow to influence you and what you allow to influence you. And it is very important to be an energy snob. Make sure that the friends that you have surrounding you have the same outlook that you want in life. And surround yourself with things that are going to make your vibration pop off and feel positive. Okay. Because everything is relative. So, the universal law of relativity stands to say that everything in this physical world is made real by its relationship to something else. Okay. So, we have hopes and we have dreams because somehow we were exposed to this idea or to this concept in relation to what we saw somewhere. or, for me, it was in relation to something that I experienced in a previous lifetime. Like everything is relevant and everything is always in perspective to something else. So the more that you expand your awareness of time and of your existence, you will then naturally become expansive and you will naturally start to slow down your aging process because you will totally start to see time differently. It will slow down because you recognize that time is not just limited to paying your rent every month. Right? You become removed from the lens of life, and you adopt a greater, higher perspective. Another simple thing, goddess behavior hack that I have really tried to adopt through my life is to help myself with judgment, is to not judge people as much. Okay. That's something that I am always practicing. It ages you. If you're holding malice and contempt in your heart for something that someone else did to you, and you're not forgiving people for their free will behavior and their actions, you know, this is something that will age you. If you're holding resentment in your heart, if you're blaming people for things, obviously this is something that's going to age you. You can just tell this on people's body. You ever look at someone, at a woman that's aged, that just like has a freaking frown on her face, like life has calcified a frown on her face? And it's because this person probably walked through most of their life turning their nose up at people and judging them. This shit will calcify on your face. Okay. So we have to be keeping these positive, clear, clean vibrations inside of our body, and helping ourselves to stay emotionally current. Check out yambs.co for the vibrational voodoo course, which will teach you how to keep your energy clear. Okay. Another thing that I have here is exercising and playing. For me, exercising is play. Whenever I get to go into the gym and I get to, show off my pull-up skills, or I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing for the day, I'm just having so much fun enjoying my body. You might not be someone that likes to go to the gym. Maybe you like to go to the park. Maybe you like to skate. Maybe you like aerobics. Just do you. But the point is, do something. Move your body, move your physical body, love yourself, and find enjoyment in action and in activity. And then the last thing that oh no, I have a couple more things. So another thing, one of the things that has contributed to that paradigm of me having the childlike curiosity, but also constantly converting ancient knowledge into present day wisdom, is the fact that every year I choose my Easter. Okay. And this is something that I learned from one of my master teachers. Every year around Easter time, the earth renews itself, and we start a brand new procession of the zodiac. So the actual true new year is around Easter time, give or take. And so it's the actual new year for the earth. And so what I do is I renew myself around Easter. I may cleanse my nutritional lifestyle. But what I do is I choose every year the energy archetype that I'm going to solidify my consciousness into. So for example, someone enjoying tarot, and I love the allegorical process of tarot, which also you can get a reading from me. You can book that on my website as well, yambs.co. It's linked below. I like to choose an archetypal embodiment so that I can practice the skills of that archetype. So for example, last year was the Queen of Pentacles. So this would be the Capricorns of the zodiac, the Taurus of the zodiac, and the Virgos. Okay. Y'all know I'm a Virgo rising. So just really focusing in embodying that energy. What would a woman in her earth energy feel like? How would I interact with life? How would I interact with the world? How would I interact with my body, feed myself, How do I deal with money? How do I deal with relationships? So last year, I picked the Queen of Pentacles because I really wanted to focus on that coin bag, and that was successful for me. And I'm carrying that energy forward into this year. So for me, I'll share this with you all on YouTube. Usually, I would share something like this in the courses in the academy. But my personal Acer for this 2024 year is the Emperor energy. So the Emperor energy is a masculine energy. And at 2 years, a year or two before last year, I was actually the Empress, which I still carry that energy as well, because after a year of practice, I learned how to embody that as well, practice and study. So this year I want to be the emperor because I really just want to take my success and my stability to another level. And I also want to challenge my discipline on another level where I'm going to be able to find some results driven things. So it's a more masculine energy oriented Aster that I'm choosing, but it's because I feel very comfortable in my feminine energy, and I want to keep my consciousness flexible so that I can have these new experience and call forth these new levels of manifestation for myself. It's something that I desire. So that's what I'm focusing on this year. And so that's one of the things that I have done to help keep my consciousness flexible, but also to keep myself youthful because I'm always in a state of learning. I am always in school with myself. I'm always teaching myself. So it keeps me hungry. It keeps me vigorous. It keeps energy flowing into me so that I am always growing and so that I am always expanding and nurturing something. Something is always blooming in my garden. So I want you to ask yourself, what is blooming in my garden right now? What seeds am I nurturing in my garden? So this means that you are getting your hands, earth energy, inside the soil of your life. You are actively taking part in the soil that you are residing in, and you are putting your hands inside the dirt, and you are nurturing those plants of whatever it is you desire in your life. And this will keep you youthful, and it will keep your vibration full, and it will help you to glow consistently. And the last thing that I will offer you is, if you check out my website, you will see the 14-day Mind, Body, Soul Reset course. That course is something that I've been using for over 12 years to help my body flow, to help keep my digestive system clean, to help my brain function, to help keep my weight in a healthy space, and also to help me balance my masculine and feminine energy. And that is one of the things that have kept me useful. That is real goddess behavior. Rituals. I have rituals, teach you how to do a morning and evening ritual, and there's so much more. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun. I can't wait to see you in the next one. One love. Mwah.